North Jersey news. North Jersey 1500. It's the morning show on 1500 WGHT.
Key Realty Group holds the key to your next move. Judy Longo, Rosie, Thompson, and Monica Miller have combined all their years of experience and knowledge to form the Key Realty Group, located within Coldwell Banker at 1450 Route 23 North in Butler. Key Realty Group will find your dream home. Are you selling your home? Looking for your next home? Are you in the market for your first home? You deserve the best. They know this area inside and out. They'll market your home to buyers, negotiate purchase contracts, and then close the deal. They have the track record to prove it. Call 866-KEY-GROUP or visit KeyRealtyGroup.net. Key Realty Group holds the key to your next move.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard.
It's 8:36 on WGHT, North Jersey's radio station. It's the American dream to own a home. Perhaps you have a home that you'd like to sell and move around to. Well, you know, it's very important, not just picking the right house, but picking the real estate agent who's going to be most comfortable with you and looking for you. And joining us today from Key Realty Group is Rosie Thompson from Key Realty Group. She's here to tell us more about her business, and they know the local area. Good morning.
Good morning, Greta. How are you?
Morning, Greta.
Hi. How are you, Judy? Judy Longo also.
Great.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So exciting to have the Key Realty Group here on the morning show with us. We've heard so many great things about you. Gret?
Yes, we have. And you know, lots of buyers today work both in visiting the houses personally, you know, on site, but a lot of it is done online today. How do you offer that personalized service to someone who's maybe buying or selling online?
Clients that we work with, we set them up on a personalized search. So once we meet with them, we go over what they're looking for. What are their must-haves? What are the areas that they want to be looking in? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? What's their budget that they're looking to spend? And we can set them up on a personalized search so that they're receiving that inventory as soon as it hits the market. Some of the third-party websites don't get updated for maybe 24 or 48 hours. And in a seller's market, you want to have that information immediately. So we like to do buyer's consultations, meet with our buyers, understand what's important to them, and put together a personalized search for them so that they're getting in their inbox every morning an email directly from us, right from the MLS, whichever MLS it is that we've set them up in. We belong to 2, so that we can cover the entire area. And they're on top of the inventory as soon as it hits the market.
You guys are on top of the real estate market, and when you're selling a home and you're looking for a real estate agent and an agency to list your house with, I can guarantee you that house will sell if you find the right people who work for you, and they're going to sell that house and they're going to do the best deal they can. And you have so many years of experience listing homes and selling homes, as well as having access to other agents' homes that they have listings of. You work very hard for your clients. What's the first step to try to sign and list a home with you guys?
Meeting with us and letting us go over how to present our home. We like to stage the home. We order professional photography and just go through the entire process with the homeowner on what they can expect with buyers visiting their home, what happens when you get a contract, negotiating, everything from the home inspection all the way to closing. We're there for our client 24/7.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of red tape that the poor seller has to go through, but you pretty much have it all under control. Your job is very rewarding, the homeowners who list their homes with you. How long have you been in the business?
Collectively, over 37 years.
Amazing. That's the one thing in this world you cannot buy. You cannot buy experience. You can't beat it. You can't buy it.
You cannot. I agree with what you said. It is a rewarding job. It really is. There's something to be said when we're putting people into their dream home. when we're helping people. Maybe they're selling their home because they're entering a new season of life, whether that's they're starting a family, their family is growing, they need a larger home, or they're downsizing because they've had 20 years in a home that they've taken care of and they've loved it, and they want to move on and bring a young family into that home and see new life come into it, and they're ready to start their next season of life, and something a little bit smaller, something a little bit different. And to just see the expression on those people's faces at the closing table, because that burden has been lifted off their shoulders, and we've helped them with that, and they are so happy that they now have that home that's going to work for them. It is very rewarding, and it's why we love what we do and why we fall in love with our clients and really want to put them in the place that works best for them.
Just by the way you describe that, you can tell that you love what you do, and you have the knowledge, but you have the patience as well, because many times with a first-time home buyer, they really don't know what they want. They don't know what they can afford, and they don't know what they want. So you need that patience in order to make the proper match for them that's going to fit them not only in their budget, but in their lifestyle, and really make them happy in that American home.
And that's why there's 3 of us. We are all three full-time realtors who have been doing this, who are experienced, who know how to help that first-time buyer really collect their thoughts and recognize what's important to them. We're also relocation specialists, so if somebody's moving here from out of state or out of the area and they're not familiar with, we don't know what town is the best fit for us, we can run neighborhood reports and send them a neighborhood report which explains to them the demographics, the population, the census, the property values of those towns, the school system, the park system. Really give them a snapshot of what does this town look like? What does that town look like? Is this someplace that's going to be a good fit for me, where it's an easy commute for me to get to work, or where there's a dog park, or there's shopping close by, or good restaurants close by. So it's something that we can sit down and really work with our first-time buyers and help them through the process. We also have a pool of resources that we can draw from. We have mortgage people that we work with, home inspectors that we work with, title people, attorneys. We have collected over the years these names of people that we partner with, professionals that work the way we work, that put their clients first, people who are highly ethical. And it's nice to have those partners that we can recommend and refer to our buyers to help make that process so much less stressful and so much easier for them and enjoyable.
We are joined this morning by Key Realty Group, Rosie Thompson, Judy Longo, located right in the heart of WGHT's listening area. You do something for new listings that you acquire that I feel is very important. And I'm going to ask you a couple of trade secrets right now. Greta and I read through everything that you do, and what jumped off the page to us, when someone wants to sign with you to sell their home, give you a listing, you actually look at the house and you suggest little changes, like getting some furniture out of there, a paint job, things like that, tricks that will help the seller move that house, because you've seen and reviewed all the other homes in the area, and you know what their positives and negatives are. You get the inside track on how to beat out the competition, the other people selling their homes. Can you give us some trade secrets on some ideas that you've given people who have listed homes with you, advice to do with their home?
We ask them to let us go over each room. We get it ready for professional photography, which is very important today. Everyone shops on the internet, whether it's on their phone, their computer, anywhere. The pictures are what bring people into the home. So setting the home up, decluttering, doing everything possible to really market that home in those first couple of pictures is extremely important. Everyone that we tell this to, they agree. They allow us in there with our photographer for an hour or two, however long it takes. We rearrange furniture, we declutter, we do whatever we need to do in order to put the best foot forward of that home.
It's not like it was 25 30 years ago, where it was just location, location, location. Because of cable TV shows, you're dealing with educated buyers who know what to look for. There are those how to flip a house, how to sell a house, buying Alaska. You're dealing with a different kind of customer than somebody was dealing with 20 or 30 years ago when they bought that house and now they want to sell that house. They need to trust somebody who knows what the young buyers are looking for, and that is what Rosie and Judy does for you.
Very true. Very true. We live in a much smaller world than we did 30 years ago. And we tell our sellers that these buyers coming in are educated consumers. They have done their homework. They know what they're looking for. Gone are the days of the big MLS book that only the realtor got to hold, and only the realtor knew what the inventory was and what that house looked like. Your buyers are now shopping online. 98% of buyers are shopping online, and 46% of those buyers actually find their house online and bring it to the realtor and say, this is the house that I want to see. That is leaps and bounds beyond what we were looking at 20 years ago, even 15 years ago. It is a different world.
Now,
part of our job is to understand that technology, learn that technology, and use it to work better for our clients.
They're cutting edge, Greta.
Part of what we do as well.
They're cutting edge. In this century, you know how to sell a house. You know how to buy a house. You guys are computer savvy.
Now, what if someone wants to perhaps just dabble? They have a house and they're not really sure if they're ready to move to maybe a condo or a townhouse. They want to, sell. They're not sure what their house is worth. They have it 20 years. Do you do consultations for those who are really not tech savvy, but not really sure what their house might be worth and if they can make a move, like a consultation type of thing?
Absolutely. We go in, we have 2 visits. The first visit, we go in, we take a look at the house, measure the rooms, get the whole story on the house and why they bought the house when they did, what interests them about the house. Then we go back and sit at our computer and we find other similar homes that fall within that category that have sold in the last 3 to 6 months for comping purposes of pricing. And we go back to their house for a second time and sit with them and we explain everything that Coldwell Banker and us together, partnered with Coldwell Banker, can do for them in order to get their home sold and give them the whole pricing layout and a range that their house falls within.
They'll look at that and they'll say, well, maybe I'm not ready now. Maybe I want to move a year from now. We have clients that bring us in and say, what do I need to do to put myself in the best position to sell a year from now? And we'll recommend, maybe it's updating a bathroom, maybe it's painting some more neutral colors, maybe it's changing out a carpet. Those things that we talked about earlier, about staging a room, maybe a room that's currently being used as a dining room, but that just doesn't give a good flow to that house.
We just had a call from a client this weekend that asked us in to see if we thought they should make 2 bedrooms into one and make a master bedroom suite with a bathroom as opposed to updating their master bedroom bathroom. And we gave them our advice on it. They were very happy, and they're going ahead with what we explained they should do.
That's true. That's what I was saying. Like sometimes, you're driving around, you own your house and maybe you're an empty nester now and you see all these new properties going up and you say, gee, I wonder if I can make the move for that. So it is not that uncommon for someone to call for a consultation and say, listen, I'm not really ready now, but in maybe a year from now, I'm thinking about it, or within the next 2 years, I'm thinking about it. What are my options? And you're available to give that type of a consultation.
We absolutely are.
Rosie, and Judy, what are professional designations and what ones do you have?
Accredited buyer's representative. That designation includes many classes that we have to take and 2 certifications as well.
Wow.
Certified negotiation expert, pricing strategist, advisor,
amazing,
relocation specialist. We are constantly taking classes, getting continuing education under our belt, and learning new ways of working our business and working for our clients.
Now's the time, ladies and gentlemen. May is coming. May, April. That's when people start to look. That's when people start to think about buying because the school year is going to end, Key Realty Group knows all the little secrets, all the no-nos, all the yes. Rosie Thompson and Judy Longo.
And Monica Miller.
Monica Miller. Is Monica there this morning? No? Yeah, she's out on the road selling, right?
You got it.
That's it. Key Realty Group. Give our listeners the best way to contact you right now.
The best way to contact us is they can reach us directly on our cell phones, or they can call our 800 number, which is 866-KEY-GROUP.
866-KEY-GROUP. The Key Realty Group. I wouldn't trust anyone else to represent me to sell my home, or if you're a new buyer or looking to move up and out, trust them. Experience counts. The Key Realty Group. Thank you so much, Rosie and Judy. It was very informative.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Greta. It was really nice speaking with you.
Thank you guys for spending time with us this morning.
Group.
Our house in the middle of our street. Our house.
Well, that was great.